Hello, how are you? We have tea, we have fairies, we have dolls' houses, dioramas and miniatures. We have slow stitching. We like relaxing. We are calm and fun. We are mindful and decorative. We enjoy chill time and me time and community time. We share joy. We like to share. We like quiet time. And we are creative. Welcome to Helen Kitty Cat Crafts. Oh look, the neighbours have been in and laid a lawn. That looks a lot better. How are you? I hope you're well and having a good week. What have you been up to? Well, that's not my dog barking, just for the record. What are we up to today? Well, now they've been and laid the lawn, I think it's only right that we build a wall to go round the lawn to protect it. We don't want any unwelcome visitors, do we? Let alone squatters. So I'm going to make it out of some Fimo air dry clay, and I'm just trying to get the basic shape for what I want. No special tools, just clay and a little pot with some water in. Water helps smooth it out, and it also makes it easier to sculpt into the shape that you want. Make sure that I'm getting the right height, so keep checking back to make sure that it's the right height I want. It's only going to be a low wall because I've also got a picket fence, so that's going to go, I'm not quite sure whether it's going to go on the inside of the wall or on the top of the wall. I haven't decided yet, but I will do once I've got the wall finished. So let's have a look and see in my little bag of tools what we've got. Let's go with this. A little bit out of shot there, aren't we? Might have to go back and re-edit this bit. Okay. Note to self. Go back and re-edit. So I'm just going to add little bits of texture because walls aren't flat, are they? Okay, so I've been back and re-edited. I hope that's a little bit better for you. So yes, as I was saying, walls aren't flat, are they? So I'm going to add lots of texture and a few brick marks, and once it's dry, which it'll probably take a couple of days to dry properly, enough for me to paint it. And I haven't quite decided what colour, whether I'm greys or browns. What do you think? Let me know. And I've got some leftover, well, I will have some leftover clay. So I think I'm going to make a couple of plant pots as well to go inside it, because once we've fenced the garden in and made it nice and secure, we can start adding plants and trees. because the doll's house isn't moving, it's staying where it is. So I wanted to, right from the beginning, I knew I wanted to add a little decorative garden, which is why I added a conservatory and the tower, built a tower. And I'm not going to add any more rooms to it. I've added I've added 3 extra rooms onto the build, rejigged a couple, and I'm happy with that. So um, I'm still working my way through the exterior, and I'm not rushing. I'm taking my time, enjoying the process, and taking lots of time to plan on what I actually want, rather than just rushing it through. It's going to be a very long process anyway, because I'm making a lot of everything myself. But that is what I always wanted to do. I never wanted to get just a standard doll's house off the shelf and just fill it with furniture. There's nothing wrong in that if that's what you choose to do, but that is not what I chose to do. I wanted a completely unique build that nobody else would have. So, and believe me, I have been stockpiling, in brackets, hoarding furniture and construction materials like clays and paper and balsa wood and stencils and sculpting paste. All of this stuff I've been hoarding and putting by for probably about 2 years now. Probably even longer, to be fair. And even though I've dabbled with doll houses myself, they've always been like shop bought ones, and I think that's not where my passion is. And I want it to be just completely mine. It'll never, ever, ever be finished because I'll be tweaking bits and adding bits. Oh, I have so many plans. I want to make my own soft furnishings for it. I want to make my own curtains for it. You would not believe the stockpile of fabrics that I've got. It's a good job that I slow stitch, because I have got fabric in every available drawer, and acrylic paints and clays, and oh, I've actually just brought some new Fimo air. It's a granite effect. Now I haven't opened it yet because even if you put this Fimo in a sealed tub, if you don't get back to it within a few weeks, it will start to go off a little. And although you can bring it back by adding water and a lot of kneading, and sometimes a little touch of oil, I'm not ready to use it yet. But I may be later on this week, because I have also decided that I want to add gargoyles to the roof. What do you think about that then? Yep, that's coming up at some point. Not today. And in the wings, I've also got a plan to make a Gothic haunted house, miniature Gothic haunted house. And I also want to do a miniature magic shop, which I'm going to build totally from scratch with just leftover bits of wood. And possibly a miniature Christmas house. I've not decided yet. Oh, I also want to do a Dickensian themed street. I love Charles Dickens. He's one of my favourite authors. and A Christmas Carol is one of my all-time favourite books, and I want to try and make some kind of diorama representation. I haven't decided on the scale yet because it needs to be small enough that it doesn't take up a lot of space, but large enough that I can work with it. But I probably won't be doing the interiors of the buildings, probably just the exteriors. Anyway, back to the wall. What do you think? It just needs a little bit of brushing onto the top. It's just an old paintbrush that I've cut down to make it quite stiff, and we just push it into the clay, really. Stab, 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 stab. It's a very good stress reliever, and it just adds a little bit more texture. And there we are, to my heart's content. And that is the first piece of wall done. It just needs to dry, and then I can start painting it. And I'm doing it in smaller sections because I think it will be stronger that way. If I do it all in one long strip, it probably would hold up because it's clay. Apart from the fact that it would take longer to dry because there's more clay, it would also be not as structurally strong as if I did it in smaller parts, and then stuck them together, which is what I'm going to do. Now, of course, that's not going to bend and go around a corner, and we need an entrance, so we're going to make a couple of pillar posts to go with it. Not big ones, nice little pillar posts, nice little ball on top, or a sphere if you want to be particularly correct. And then there's no rules to say that these little balls on top won't be gold or silver or metallic in some way. But yeah, they're going to make a nice little entrance and just make it a little bit more welcoming, I think. As I say, this is going to stay in situ. The house is firmly secured to the table. If I wanted to move it, I don't think I could. Besides which, it weighs an absolute ton. Now I've started adding building bits to it. But yeah, it's all painted up and secure in place because, as most of you know, I've got cats, so you know they like to show an interest. And it's just getting bigger and bigger. It's almost 3 foot wide now, and I would say it's easily 3 to 4 foot high. It's getting quite large, but I always wanted to do one bigger build and then smaller builds, and this is my big build, and I'll just kind of flip between the 2 or 3 or 4, and I'm just having fun. But as I say, I've got lots of ideas. I want to put an Arga in the kitchen, and I've been looking at ideas for flooring. Yep, I've got lots of, and some of the things I know what I want, and then I have to figure out how I'm going to do it. For instance, I want a marbling floor for the hallway. So at the minute, I'm figuring out how to do that, or how best to do that. So yeah, there's a lot of thought and practice and things going into it, but it's all a learning process, isn't it? And we all need something to be happy about. As Janet Nash UK said the other day, the doll's house is my happy place. And it really is. So I haven't even thought about who's going to live in it. I've got that to go yet. I was going to put Sylvanian creatures in it, but I don't think that'll fit in with the house. And to be fair, my daughter bought me a Sylvanian house that I haven't done anything but put the figures in yet. I need to sort furniture for that too. So that's another house. Yeah. And I need to finish a diorama that is about 90% done of a cat cafe. Yeah. I'll probably still be here this time next year. Slow progress. Now let me know if you want me to film them all so that you can see them all. So let's see what we've got. Now we've waffled through all of that construction. And here we have it. The makings of a cottage garden wall. And that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks ever so much for coming to see me. Take care now. Have a great week. Goodbye.